Stamp out your obstacles. You probably don't want to read another article telling you that quitting smoking is really only an issue of mind over matter and that you just need to stay positive and make it happen. Though there are countless health benefits associated with smoking cessation, it's hard to do. Nicotine dependence is the most common form of drug dependence in the UK, according to BBC Health. The US Department of Health and Human Services has stated that research suggests that nicotine is as addictive as heroin, cocaine, or alcohol. Smoking addiction is real and difficult to overcome, even for the social smoker who just has a few cigarettes to unwind on weekends. But just because quitting smoking isn't easy doesn't mean it's impossible. If you're ready to quit and are honest with yourself that it's going to take serious effort with probably some discomfort, you've jumped your first major hurdle. Since both your brain and body will inevitably continue to crave nicotine, rationalizing one last cigarette repeatedly is only natural. It's also one of the primary reasons that smoking cessation is sabotaged. One way to avoid succumbing to these tempting yet harmful rationalizations is to identify and negate them before you commit to quitting. If you've mentally prepared for the roadblocks ahead, you'll have a much better chance of plowing through them. Here are some common excuses that sabotage quitting and reasons why they're not worth it. 1. Quitting leads to weight gain. It's true that cigarettes give a little jolt to your metabolism. If you take away that metabolic boost and eat your lunch rather than smoke it, you're probably going to gain a few pounds, initially. During the quitting process, your body will need to re-establish a healthy equilibrium. You may gain a little weight while your metabolism is figuring out the level at which it's supposed to function without nicotine. But when you think about it, a few extra pounds during your transition from smoker to non-smoker is a small price to pay for the extended health benefits you'll ultimately reap. Also, weight gain is temporary. It can always be negated with a healthy diet and regular exercise. Taking up some kind of physical activity, whether it's horseback riding or hockey, will also help to relieve some of the physical and psychological anxiety associated with smoking cessation. 2. The damage is already done. The real argument is, there's always more damage to be done. Because the damage resulting from cigarette smoking is cumulative, the longer you smoke, the greater your risk for smoking-related illnesses. According to research in the United States, 20 minutes after quitting, your heart rate drops. 12 hours after quitting, the level of carbon monoxide in your blood drops to normal. 2 weeks to 3 months after quitting, your heart attack risk begins to drop and lung function starts to improve. 1 to 9 months after quitting, coughing and shortness of breath decrease. 1 year after quitting, added risk of coronary heart disease is half that of a smoker. 5 to 15 years after quitting, your stroke risk decreases to that of a non-smoker. 10 years after quitting, lung cancer death risk falls to half that of a smoker and risk of mouth, throat, esophagus, bladder, kidney, and pancreatic cancer decrease. 15 years after quitting, your risk of coronary heart disease is back to that of a non-smoker. 3. It's the only way to manage stress. While it may be your current go-to method of stress relief, it's not the only one. Exercise, music, or talking to someone who can relate to what you're going through are great alternative stress outlets. 4. Nicotine products do the same damage as cigarettes, without the pleasant side effects. Products designed to curb nicotine cravings and reduce withdrawal symptoms contain only nicotine, whereas, according to Cancer Research UK, cigarettes contain nicotine as well as approximately 4,000 other compounds, including at least 80 carcinogens. By substituting cigarettes with a regulated dose of nicotine designed to gradually wean you off the drug altogether, you're keeping a lot of unnecessary toxins out of your system. While quitting smoking is never easy, exercising common excuses for picking up one last cigarette will prepare your mind for the process so that your body can begin to experience the benefits.